Hello, I'm Tooth, aka Theodore Ink on the interwebs, and today, as you've probably read on the title of the video, I'm going to go through all the films I watched in the month of July. I have Green Day playing my CD player in the background, so if you can hear that, my apologies, and I look very desaturated because I'm in comfy cozy mode, no makeup, and I need to redye my hair desperately. But anyways, I thought I'd talk about films I watched in July because I've watched quite a lot of films by my standards. I watched 18 films, which for some of you might be like, that's like nothing. For me, that's a lot. Considering I was not a film person until this year. My goal is to watch 100 new films this year. So 18 is kind of a lot. And most of that is credited to the fact that me and my friend Sam have started watching films together like a lot. And we're like baby girl besties, so shout out Sam for real. But yeah, also I'm not a film person. I'm not gonna be like, I give most things like 5 stars. If I have fun, I'll give it 5 stars. Like, I play very hard and fast with the rules. I don't know, like, I just don't care. It's just fun and whimsy, and if you disagree with me on any of these, I don't know, argue with me about it. I don't care. I don't care. But yeah, I'll say what year the film came out if I remember. What I ranked it. My letterboxd is Theodore_Ink. If you cared, I think that's what it is anyway. And I'll be going chronological order. So we start literally on the 1st of July and then ending on the 31st. Wow, crazy. Anyways, I'll try not to talk too long about each one because I just can't be bothered really. But anyways, the first film I watched this year was Clueless. This month, Clueless. And I'd never seen Clueless before, which is crazy because I love a girly pub film. I give it 4.5 stars, and I watched it in the cinema actually with Sam, because they did like a 30th anniversary screening or whatever, and I watched it. That's 1995, Clueless. It was really good. I really liked it. It was just a fun girly pop film. And if you've not seen it, you should. It's a classic. If you like that kind of stuff, I just thought it was really fun, and I thought the incest stuff was weird. There's not technically incest, they're not like actually related in any way, but like it still felt weird. But other than that, the fashion ate, the dialogue ate, all of it ate. It was so fun. I had a really good time watching it. But anyways, yes, next one, I watched the 1987 film The Lost Boys, and I gave it 4 stars, and The Lost Boys gets mentioned in Dream Daddy. Take a shot every time I mention Dream Daddy in a video. You'll be wasted. But I'm sleepy. It was really good. I'm gonna say that a lot for all of these films. It was really good. It's a vampire goth film. Like when I say goth, I mean like 80s goth. Like it's it's fun. It's an 80s goth film. I personally interpret it as having some homosexual undertones. But you can watch it without that interpretation and it's fine. But I thought it was fun. I think the fact the vampire hunters are like 14 years old is very funny. And also it was just good. And I don't really have much else to say about it actually. It was just a fun vampire film. Next one I watched, because I watched this film because my friend kept badgering me to watch it, and I was like, fine, I'll watch it. I gave it 3.5 stars. 2025, it came out this year, and that's K-pop Demon Hunters, animated film, and it was really fun. I saw a lot of fan art for it on Twitter, and it put a lot into context, and I see like edits of it sometimes, and I like them or whatever. It was nice. The plot is like these girls in a K-pop band, and they're demon hunters, and the demons are a rival male K-pop band, which is so real. It was really cute. The songs were like fun, whatever. I don't really have any strong opinions on the music in the film, to be honest. But you know, I love female friendships. Yeah, I give it 3.5 stars. I think I said it was like it didn't wow me. It's not really stuck with me, but like it was a nice watch, and I'm glad I watched it. It was like I just put it on and like in the background, and it was nice. It was whatever. Then after that, I watched this on DVD, because I've got a DVD, I got a disc drive for my laptop, and I have this on DVD from childhood, and I've not seen this film since childhood. This came out 2007. 5 stars, Saint Trinians. Saint Trinians is such a good film to rewatch specifically, because so many of the jokes flew over my head as a child, because like I didn't know what poppers were as a child. I have literally not watched it since I was a child, so if you haven't watched it since you were a child, it's worth the rewatch, I think. 5 stars, it's so good. The cast is filled with people, like why is Colin Firth in this? But it is incredibly good, and it's like the school and all of them misbehave and stuff, and it's so British, and they have to make, they plan a heist to steal, I think it's the girl with the pearl earring, the painting, or some painting, I don't remember, but it's so good. The entire film, I'm just like captivated. Like, it's so whimsy, it's so fast paced, so much goes on. Like, they managed to fit a lot of random nonsense in this film, and it's perfect. And I don't use that word lightly, well I do when it comes to film, but it's perfect. It's so good. Everything about it just ticks a box. The aesthetics, the Britishness, it was so good. It's so good. Next film I watched, 2006, gave it 4 stars, Just to My Luck. And I watched this film because it's a classic girly pop film, and also I've never seen this before. McFly is in it, and I think the fact that this film just needed like any band, they could have made up a fake band, but they decided no, actually let's just get McFly in. I think that's really funny, and I really like McFly, so when they came off on screen, I was like, my baby girls. I love them dearly, but it's exciting. It's just like, yeah, the plot, Lindsay Lohan's character has a lot of luck, and then Chris Pine, I think, his character has bad luck, and then they kiss and their luck swaps, and that's the plot. There you go. And Chris Pine's character is like pseudo manager for McFly. But shout out McFly for real. That's like the only reason I watched this film, to be honest. But it was good. I just stopped yawning, I'm so tired. Next film I watched after that was 1999, gave it 4 stars, Galaxy Quest. Galaxy Quest is really not my type of film at all, but I saw someone on TikTok be like, this is in my Letterboxd top 4, and the plot just sounded so whimsical and stupid that I was like, I should watch this. So basically it's about these actors who were in like a Star Trek-esque sci-fi film, TV show, and real life aliens basically just take them and they're like, you guys need to help us in our space war, because their TV show is being aired on their planet under the guise of historical documents, so they think all of this is a sci-fi show, is like real stuff, and these guys are really qualified to fight in space battles and stuff, and they're not, and they fumble around, and it's really funny, and I had a really good time with it, even though like I'm not into sci-fi nonsense or anything like that, but I just thought this sounds ridiculous, I want to watch it, and I watched it and it was good and I had fun. Moving on. This is a film I watched with Sam, Saint Trinians 2, The Legends of Britain's Gold, and I give it 4 stars, 2009. So a sequel to Saint Trinians, and it was redonkulous. It was just like, we should make a sequel. The first one was already ridiculous anyway. They're just like, you know what, sequel? We should do pirates. We should do pirates for the sequel. And I'm okay with that. I had a great time with it. It invented feminism, actually. And yeah, just them doing like little quests and stuff. And I don't know, it was good. Obviously it wasn't as good as the first one, but I felt for a sequel it still really served. And David Tennant's in it, and he runs a misogynistic cult, so, or a secret society, whatever, I don't give a fuck, I don't care. So shout out David Tennant, and also Colin Firth is in the film again, so shout out. Yeah, it's great. As sequels go, great sequel. Next we're gonna go very different thematically. We've got 1996, David Cronenberg's Crash, and I talked about Crash the book in my book video if you watched. This is a film adaptation. It's not a one-to-one to the book. I think the book has a lot more plot, and the film is kind of just sex. It's just a lot of car freaking, man. I get 4.5 stars. It's not my favourite Cronenberg. My favourite David Cronenberg film, if you must know, I've watched 4, one of which I watched on the 1st of August, I'm not going to talk about in this video. But my favourite David Cronenberg film is Videodrome. I love Videodrome. But anyways, yeah, Crash, I've watched it before. I watched it when I finished the book last year. And it was just as good. It was just as good. And James Spader's in it, and I really like James Spader. Me and Sam were just thirsting over him the whole time. We watched Secretary as well on the 1st of August, and we thirsted over him in that film as well a lot. I was actually dying, like I don't understand. But I really like Crash. I also got to say the words postmodern a lot while watching it. We're not like the type of people like we sit there in silence and watch films. We talk, we yap, we make commentary, because it makes it more fun. It's funnier that way. But yeah, I watched Crash, rewatched it. It was great. I had a great time with it. And then I watched the 2023 film You're So Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah. I gave it 3.5 stars. I watched it because I really wanted just a silly film that's kind of like not pathetic. It's like there's nothing really there. Like it's nothing special. It's just like whatever fun little teenage girl film, and that is that. It's so 13-year-old, like the 13-year-old girl experience for real. And it's kind of cringe and it's whatever, but I just wanted to watch something that was that vibe, and I watched it and it was good and I liked it. I've already seen it before and I just knew that it would scratch the itch I needed. So yeah, if you want to watch that kind of film, maybe watch that one. Cool swag. Next film, 2003, Final Destination 2. And I've watched Final Destination 1 very many years ago. I gave this 3.5 stars also. But as you can tell, I tend to just give films good review, like rankings. Like I don't care that much. The lowest we've got this month is 3 stars, and that's one film, and we'll get to that. But Final Destination 2, I don't think some people have a lot of like really strong opinions about the different Final Destination films. They're all kind of just like, I've only seen the 2 of them, so I don't have opinions. But like this one's alright, like I enjoyed it. I have anxiety, so that's like kind of just like what my life feels like anyway, low-key. But yeah, it was kind of random that we put on. We just wanted to watch a film, and then we were like going through, scrolling through everything. We're like nothing really, like we weren't really feeling anything, and we're like Final Destination 2, fuck it, let's put it on, like who cares. So that was fun. But yeah, I watched that with my sister. It was a Final Destination film. I don't really know what to say about it. I'm playing with pliers, by the way, just like why not. In the same day, while a little bit tipsy, we watched the 2024 film Space Cadet, and it was bad. It was bad. I get 4 stars. It was bad. It's about Emma Roberts' character lies on a resume to get into an astronaut course in NASA, and it works, and then it's just like her having to try to keep up the lie. It was, yeah, it wasn't good by any means, but it was fun and I enjoyed it, and I think it's hilarious, the concept of being able to just like lie your way into NASA. So yeah. Next day I watched Labyrinth 1986. 1986 is a good year for films. I've just seen 2 other 1986 films I watched, but I was really craving watching Labyrinth, and my sister doesn't like Labyrinth, or as a child didn't like Labyrinth because of the puppets, so I didn't watch it with her. I ended up watching it with my mother, and she really liked David Bowie and she really likes Labyrinth, so it was fun. I give it 4.5 stars. I think I already said that, but I really like Labyrinth. I'm just going under the I'm just assuming that you all know the plots of these films. I really shouldn't go by that impression, but whatever. Labyrinth. If you haven't seen Labyrinth, grow up. Go see Labyrinth. But David Bowie's in it, and I just love the puppets. I love the puppets. I love the set. The plot is David Bowie steals a baby. Girl goes through Labyrinth to find baby. TLDR, yeah. But I just love the set. I love the little goblin guys. I love the little friends that she makes. I love how David Bowie's crotch is in every single shot so aggressively. It's really out there, but yeah, music's fun. It's just a good film. Like, it scratched the itch, and it was as good as I remember it being from when I was younger. So yeah, classic. Next film, the lowest rated film this month, 1977. 3 stars, Eraserhead by David Lynch. and I watched this with Sam because I don't think either of us has seen a David Lynch film, and we wanted to watch whatever the really long gay one is. I forgot. Whatever Drive It. I don't know. You know what I'm on about if you know anything about David Lynch, I guess, or films. I really thought I was gonna like David Lynch. Like, I like a freaky film. I sat through this film bored to the death the whole time. 3 stars was generous. And I only gave it that because at the end, when stuff started happening, I was like, this is kind of fun. I guess, like, stuff's happening. And I like the baby. The baby's ugly as hell. I like it. But it really wasn't for me. And I can sit through, like, mostly silent films, like I have before, but Eraserhead just wasn't it for me, and I didn't see the point. And yeah, we just landed on it because it was like a shorter David Lynch film, and I don't know, I've heard good things about it on the interwebs. I just personally did not fuck with it at all, even a little bit. Well, it was fine. I don't know, it was just fine. Like, it didn't wow me, it didn't amaze me. I kind of just like ended the film and it was like, oh, that was it. Okay. And I sat through half the film being like, when's this film actually gonna start doing anything? But my mum's a big David Lynch, well, she likes David Lynch, she likes Twin Peaks, so she was just like, wow, you didn't like the film. I was like, do I look like I like the film? So that was my first David Lynch film, and wasn't for me really. And then immediately after, under my request, we watched the 2004 film Sleepover. And Sleepover is so ridiculous. The plot's ridiculous. It's these people going from middle school to high school, these girls, and they're having a sleepover, and then a popular girl goes in and is like, hey, we're going to do a competition. We're going to do a scavenger hunt competition to see who gets the best seats at lunch when we go to high school. That's a film. And it's ridiculous. And so much happens, and because it's quite a short film, it's like an hour and a half or some shit, as these kind of genre films tend to be. They're never very long because they're like girly pop stupid tween films. I get 3.5 stars, by the way. But like, so much stuff happens, like it's so quick paced. Things just be happening in this film for real. But I fucked with it, I liked it, and it was a good break from Eraserhead. And now this is the point where me and Sam have made a watch list together, and we spin a wheel to pick what films we're gonna watch, because that's always kind of the struggle when we want to watch a film, you know, is picking which one. So why not let a spin wheel decide for us? So unfortunately, this spin wheel decided the next day, or 2 days later, to give us Blue Velvet, which is another David Lynch film. And both the films we watched today are both 1986 films. One I preferred much more than the other, but I gave Blue Velvet 3.5. I liked it way more than Eraserhead. But I hated the main character. I don't know, I spent the entire film complaining. The fact that I gave it 3.5 stars is actually kind of incredible, because I spent the entire film complaining about it. I would not willingly have watched 2 David Lynch films in such close succession, but the spin wheel does what the spin wheel wants. But it was just, I just didn't understand. Like, I got it, I just didn't really feel it. And like, I always read like reviews and like Reddit posts or whatever, people like after serious films, of people being like, oh, I think this is Lynch's best work, I think it's so good, I know, like, I like the theme, blah blah blah. And everyone's just like, all the themes of like good versus bad. It's just like, wow, the most generic theme in existence, whatever. And like, it was just fine. I thought the ear on the floor wasn't fun, I thought that was good, but I was like in the first like 5 minutes of the film, so it really didn't mean anything. And all of the stuff that I wanted to be explained in the film just wasn't. Like, the actual Blue Velvet aspect of the film I felt was not explained at all well enough, or like at all, full stop. I want to know what the hell that was all about. It just kind of left me, it left me wanting more, but not in the like, oh my god, I need more of this, in the like give me anything, girl, like, come on. But I just hated I found the main character so insufferable. Like, I really hated the main character, mind your business. And I also came to a very I came to a very interesting realization while watching Blue Velvet, because if you've not seen David Lynch film, all of the dialogue just sounds like it's made by someone who's never spoken to another person in their life. And I realised during Blue Velvet that the dialogue reads very similar to the dialogue in The Room, and The Room is an infamously terrible film. I gave it 5 stars, and I love it dearly. But like, Blue Velvet is meant to be a serious film, so is The Room, but The Room just isn't. Nothing about it's serious. But watching Blue Velvet and hearing this dialogue that sounds like it came from The Room, it just really like threw off the rest of the film, because thematically it's just like ridiculous. I'm just thinking about The Room while watching Blue Velvet. But yeah, I thought I was gonna like Blue Velvet because a lot of people said that I would like. Well, I've seen a lot of people tell me like a lot of people have said that I would like Blue Velvet, and like a lot of people whose tastes are similar to mine on the interwebs like Blue Velvet, but it just wasn't really for me. And I get why people would think that it was for me, because I like a weird psychosexual theme in a film, but Blue Velvet just did not do it for me. David Lynch, you're really not selling yourself to me, so that was a shame, but whatever. The next film was The Fly, David Cronenberg. Shout out David's. Actually no, I'm not shouting out David's, I'm shouting out David Cronenberg specifically. I'd never seen The Fly, but I really liked it. I give it 4.5 stars. It's also a 1986 film, and I really, really liked The Fly. I would go so far as to say it's my second favourite David Cronenberg film. Like, that's saying a lot because I really like Crash, but yeah, The Fly was so good. Like, I like body horror, and it gave body horror. Like, it was so gross. And I said this in a seminar once, and I stand by it, but horror films need to get goopy again. Like, I want the sludge, I want the slime, I want the fly vomit, like, I want the gross, icky, sticky stuff. I want that back in film. But The Fly, I really enjoyed it. It's this guy, and he becomes a fly because of some teleportation stuff that happens, and some genetic splicing and DNA stuff, TLDR. But it was so uncomfortable and gross to watch. I loved every second of it. And there's like a birth scene at one point. Disgusting. It was so good. It was so good. I'm just a big David Cronenberg enjoyer, so like, and I'm not a film bro, so the fact that I'm even like being like I like this director is saying a lot. But David Cronenberg just means the world to me, for real. But I don't know, I was like subconsciously worried I wouldn't like The Fly. I had to cough again. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I was subconsciously worried that I wouldn't like The Fly because it's not got like the same freaky themes. Like, they have sex in the film, helped, but like, it's not like sexual in the way like Crash or Videodrome is. It's very much just like weird sci-fi, I guess, ish horror, body horror. And I was worried that I wouldn't like it as much because of that, or like I wouldn't like it as much as compared to other Cronenberg films. But yeah, no, it was really good. It like blew me away. I nearly gave it 5 stars, but I don't think it's quite Videodrome level. Though I give like everything 5 stars, so it doesn't really matter. But I really like The Fly. I think it's really good. I think it's really good. If you like horror, if you like body horror, go on The Fly. Like, actually, it's so good. Next film is 2009's Band Slam. Which I gave 4 stars. I gave this 4 stars, but I want to preface there's no redeeming qualities for this film. It's bad. It's really bad. Basically, this guy helps be a manager of a band in high school, and has like 2 women who like kind of want him. One of these women is called Sam, but she writes her name SA5M, so it's Sam but the 5 is silent or whatever, and people like refer to her like that in like the real, like they'll be like, oh my god, hi Sam but the 5 is silent, or whatever the fuck. It's bad. And also the main guy, he's like painted as someone who like knows everything about music, and he's so musically gifted. He doesn't play any instrument, he knows so much about music, and it's like, oh, he knows so much about music because he listens to the Velvet Underground and knows who Lou Reed is. Okay. So does every other man. That's annoying. But he's like painted as such like a, oh my god, he knows everything about music, oh my god, he knows everything about music, like wow, he knows who Patti Smith is, like oh my god, yeah, he knows so much about music. Okay, good for him. And he loves David Bowie, and the first words in the film are "Dear David Bowie," and I didn't know this, so I was watching it. Sam's watched this before and was like, you have to watch it, so I watched it, and then we watched it together. And yeah, when I got hit with Dear David Bowie, I was like, this film's gonna fucking suck, isn't it? So basically the main character writes letters to David Bowie, and the film is not good. It's really not good. And keep in mind that all the art, like I just said, and like talks about like the Ramones and stuff, whatever, this is like the kind of music he talks about. And then for some I don't even know, some reason the band that he like is managing and like basically controlling is a ska band, and I like ska, so I'm not gonna play about that. But I'm confused as to why this 2009 film with Vanessa Hudgens, who plays Sam the 5 is silent, they were like, yeah, let's go the ska route. Okay then. It's not a good film. I need you all to watch it, and it's not a good film at all, even a little bit. But anyways, next is the last film. This was such a jump going from Band Slam to this, but the last film I watched this month, or last month, was 2021's Titan, and I gave it 5 stars. I really like Titan. More weird body horror stuff going, metal car nonsense. I've seen people compare it to Tetsuo the Iron Man. I disagree. And I also just know like pretentious men like this film, and it's like a French, it's a French film. But I call me a pretentious man because I really like Titan. I really like Titan. I also really like watching it with Sam, who was like, by nearing the end was just like, I want this film to be over. But I personally like, well, we both like the film, but I personally really liked the film. And like, I don't even know why I like the film so much, but it's like something about it I just really like, was like, yeah, this, I get it, like this fucks. It just fucked. Like, I enjoyed the body aspect of it. Like, there's like a lot of family themes in the film, and that's like, I would say one of the most important aspects of the film is family. But I just loved watching all the gross body scenes. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil the film, even though I just told you the entire plot of Band Slam, but I feel those are 2 different things. But turn this off if you don't want to spoil this, but like, a car gets her pregnant. But like, it's like a motor oil leaking out of her and stuff, and like skin ripping, and it's so weird and gross and uncomfortable to watch, and the body, like just the body aspect of it all was so disgusting, and it makes me so uncomfortable, and I just loved it. Like, something about it, like, I just can't quite describe. Like, this film, I was just like, yeah, I like this. And maybe having a Band Slam pre-film really made Titan seem even more better. But like, the visuals of it and the fucking Katy Perry music video shaving head scene, it was a setup. And like, the film gets like right into it as well, like stuff be happening from the get-go. But it was just weird and gross, and I liked that because that's what I like in films. So yeah, those are all the films I watched in July of 2025. So far I've watched 2 films in August, those being Naked Lunch and Secretary, and I'll talk about that maybe in another video. But other films I want to watch this month in August, films I want to watch more stupid films, and I want to watch more psychosexual films, which is always what I want to do. But yeah, films, shout out films, I guess. I'm getting up my watch list with Sam, so we've got the potential films we can watch. We've got Orgasmo, we've got The Brats, we've got Tetsuo the Iron Man, we've got The Virgin Suicides, we've got Perfect Blue, so lots of fun stuff to be occurring at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, if you disagree with any of the film opinions I have, grow up, really. That's all I have to say about that. Kind of, that's kind of mean. No, if you disagree or you want to defend a fave, which there's nothing really much to defend, I like basically every film except from Eraserhead, really, then you can message me and argue with me about it, that's fine. If I had to pick my favourites from this month, obviously St. Trinian's, classic, obviously Crash, classic, obviously The Fly, and Titan. And I will give an honourable mention to Band Slam because I think it's dreadful, but like, I liked it because I like bad films, which, like, I think I surprised Sam giving this film 4 stars because I literally spent the entire time making fun of it. Like, I was hate maxing this film, but it was great. It was so fun. So yeah, that's kind of all I've got to say. So if you want more film content, let me know. I don't know, I'm not that big of a film person. I feel like I would just do monthly roundups, and that's probably about it, if I do that even. But yeah, those are all the films I watched this month. Thanks for watching. Thumbnail, because I always forget to do it, so you can enjoy that. But yeah, bye.